Hi everyone, welcome to today's webinar presented by MediaAgility. My name is Reena Kapoor. I'm the marketing manager at MediaAgility and I will be serving you as your moderator today. Before we get started, let's review a few housekeeping items. During the webinar, I would request all the audience to please mute. If you have any of the question, please use the chat function at right of your screen. We will be collecting all your questions throughout the webinar for our speaker to answer during the Q&A session at the end of the webinar. Finally, this webinar will be recorded. All registrations will be sent a link of the recording in the post-webinar follow-ups. I'll request Ajay to please start the webinar. Ajay, over to you.
Thank you, Reena, for the introduction. And hi, everyone. Thanks for joining today. I am Ajay, and I look after the business development with Media Agility. I'll be more than happy to talk about how we can build our portals, our websites, our microsites with without a need of any technical help, without any technological changes. So to start with, I would like to give you a quick glimpse about services. If you can just move, Reena, next slide.
Sure, Ajay.
Before we start, we just want to highlight why we are looking for new changes or the innovations within the way we were working. The way things were working earlier, it's completely different today. We are no more in the new normal. Rather, we are trying to evolve from the new normal and to be more productive and more agile. We're working from different workspaces. We face various challenges. Most of the organization who have already built the digital highway were surviving well, and the organizations who were new to the remote working and was dealing with the legacy applications, they were facing multiple challenges. Some of them are like secured connectivity, which is most important and critical element. How to ensure that the access provided to the employee, or I would say internal customer, is completely secured. Data confidentiality is a big concern. Some of you might be dealing with very highly sensitive data. Some of you might be dealing with customer data, but security has to be round the clock. Seamless connectivity. This is where most of the challenge. Everyone is struggling with their systems, their networking, and the other equipment. We want to be collaborative enough, irrespective from which location, such geography, and what time zone we are working with. We should have seamless connectivity. I should be able to communicate with my team member, irrespective whether he's working from a home or he is working from a far distant location. It should be seamless. Device agnostic. This have been a great challenge that we have observed during the pandemic specifically. Not every organizations, because of certain compliance and regulatory requirement, was providing with devices. Employees was accessing the corporate devices, and these corporate devices now locked in those physical boundaries. We want to give the freedom to each and every employee to use the device of their choice, but at the same time we want to be compliant. Compliant not because it's a regulatory environment, but compliant because there are many aspects that are attached to the security. There are many aspects attached to the how compatible is my system while working with different application that I was accessing while I was working from those physical offices versus while I'm working from home offices. G Suite plays a major role, and there are three key pillars that we have seen help us to be more productive. First, it helps us to be make things more faster, which means we can collaborate effectively, seamlessly with our employees. We can make things smart. We need not to really do all those traditional jobs that we were doing. We have machine learning that has enabled, powered most of these technology today, helping to automate features like as small as smart compose. We just start typing and system automatically detects what we are trying to convert and make it together. This is most important. While you are no more together in those physical offices, we have to work collaboratively. When I say collaboratively, we should be able to work on the documentations. We should be able to work on the business proposals, marketing presentations, HR policies, and everything, even when we are not together in those physical boundaries. Next, please. What is changing? And that's where the workplace transformation is happening. We are trying to overcome the challenges, like we have various work-life balances issues. When I say work-life balances, there is no time. There is no clock that's ticking now. There is no 6 p.m. There is no 9 a.m. You have to work based on the comfort and the availability of your peers. Lack of collective intelligence because you are no more together. Capped productivity, which is you are working most of the time in isolations. You cannot quickly brainstorm things just like you were able to do over a cup of coffee or during certain quick breaks. Siloed and limited collaborations because my equipment, my system doesn't allow me. I am still working in the isolation. And security loopholes. That's where I'm not able to access or enjoy the same level of uh, data access that I had prior to the regular days. If we can move next, I'll come back on this slide when we talk about how we can overcome these challenges and where the collaboration is really evolving in the workplace. Rima, if we can move next. Uh, to quickly talk about what we are going to discuss today is about the no code portal development, and this is really helpful. Now, a lot of these information which was getting distributed over the emails, we really need to be more agile enough, and we need to create a, a system where we can distribute the information not just for the internal customer, again, not just for the internal employees, but we should be able to share and collaborate with our external customer. The external customer may be our vendors, our customers, maybe different agencies that we are working with. There are various challenges that we have seen in this space when we talk about the no code product development. uh, Most of us have dealt with a traditional technology in which we are really dependent on our IT to help us build solutions, to help us build portals, to help us build workflows and automations. How Google is helping organization to overcome those challenges, where we are no more dependent to a technology, where we are no more dependent to an IT team, where we don't have to code or learn a new technology, but build the ecosystem just like we were working on simple documentations. Uh, we can help you to build the quick information portal for your internal employees and publish corporate policies. We can also help you to enable your sales team with the most updated marketing collaterals, sales brochures, marketing presentations, and many other materials. We can build no code development, which means we don't need to host them, which is a big challenge. These are readily deployable, and we can quickly make them live as soon as our layout is ready. And unlock collaboration with the remote vendors, teams, and agencies, that how quickly we can exchange the information while giving our external vendors and our remote agencies to work, collaborate with us in real time. With this, I would like to quickly jump on showing you how we can quickly build our uh, portals without looking for any IT. I'm going to share my screen just to give a quick walk on how we can. So, Rina, just allow me to present my screen.
Sure, Ajay, there you go.
Thank you. So we are going to talk about Google Site. And these are really helpful microsite. These are really helpful information portals. These are really helpful project management utility, and there are many use cases that we can build and design on top of Google Site. So let me first give you a quick glimpse about what we are talking about, what kind of information hubs or portals. You all might have seen websites which are more of a static content. If I just give you a quick walk on one of the available templates that has been designed and built without any help of my designer, without any help of my IT. This is one quick portal where you will find that there are different set of information that I have published, right from videos to the textual context, uh, from images to forms. There are many things that I have enabled, and there are various pages that I have embedded to it. As you can see, most of this is something similar, just like you build your quick website, but you know how difficult it is to create or build your websites. I can see I have images, on this page as well as content. The best part is this is all screen optimized, which means today, right now I am looking at desktop view. Tomorrow, if I'm coming from a tablet, system will automatically optimize the layout based on the device screen. This is, let's say, I would like to switch to a mobile view. And you might have noticed that how quickly all these screens have automatically optimized the layout depending upon the screen through which I am going to access these portals. The best part is everything is optimized. Again, you have built a platform agnostic portal. Let's take a deeper look how we can build these sites and how quickly we can deploy. So I'm going to take some of the real use cases and I'll build quickly in the next 10 minutes. There are some readily available templates that I can choose and create or build my own portal, or I can start with the blank. I'll show you if we can select some readily available templates, how we can design and build right from them there. And then I'll show you how we can start with a quick template, the quick blank template. So start with, you just select a template from a template gallery and the whole framework is ready for me. This is real quick. I don't have to do anything. So I have things, I have frameworks in place. I just have to put the content. And to put the content, I'll show you how easy it is. So for example, this is a beauty salon for which we are going to create a portal, information hub. Let me just edit it. Demo the self-service portal for employee policies, for example. Quickly visit information security and health policies. And this was as simple as I was working on a Word document. Nothing I have to do. If you want anything to be changed or added in this frame, I'll just show you how quickly I can do it. You get frames, just like you double tap on any area within the screen and you get an option to add a text box, to insert an image, to upload a file, to upload a file from my Google Drive, or to embed any hyperlink that you have. Let's start with a quick text edition, and I'll show you how quickly I can add the text. This is to demonstrate that we can quickly build and deploy Google site without any help from local IT team. This was very simple, just like you work on a regular MS Word document. There was no code that I have to write. There was no technical, I would say, implementation that I have to done. And you can just customize the way you want to be. You want this to be as heading. You want this to be a subheading, just like we have. You want it to be bold, italic. I would like to make it central. Any hyperlinking, if I am trying to design something on top of it, I can do it. Not just this, let's say if this is what I have added to it, let me add here some changes. And that's real quick. All the changes are auto-saved. The best part, you haven't seen that I am clicking anywhere on Control S. This is the beauty of system and being on the cloud. All your information get published in real time as soon as you type on it. And let me just give you a quick preview on the portal that we have built. So we have now image available, we have the content available, and we have the published content that we have just written with all the changes. And as I said, being again agnostic of the layouts, you can quickly view how it customizes the layout based on the requirement. Let me show you what else can be done on this. While this is good to publish the documentations, the plain text, but what if I have images? What if I have customer feedbacks to be taken, or if I have employee feedbacks that need to be taken. These are the demo of self-service portal for employee policy. Let me create the layouts, or let me add a Google form. And by the way, Google form is nothing. This is again a very quick UI based information portal where you can gather the information from various sources. Just like you're conducting a survey, you recently did a training and you would like to understand the feedback. You have customer and you are trying to understand their behavior towards the product. You are gathering a product feedback. Anything of that sort, you can quickly create your Google Forms and embed it within your Google site. For example, if this was for a vendor registration, or if this was for a product inquiry, you can create such forms and then embed it. Now, let me just show you how quickly. So right now, I have embedded a Google form for a webinar registration, and you can see I have this form available within it. We can submit the information right through this form, and information will get distributed with the relevant stakeholder. What we have done is we have just embedded a Google form into it. Let me just show you what else can be done. If we have presentations that we would like to embed, let me just put a next page, not just on this one. I would like to add something within the services. There is nothing available. Let me add a presentation on this screen. I am removing this image. And I would like to have Google Slides. And let's see if we can use the same slide that we had. I just hit double on this. Yeah, it's there. Now I can have multiple presentations on the same page, so I can change the layout. Let me just show you by adding one more onto it. Maybe this one. And I can drag and drop items anywhere within the screen, wherever I want. So if I want this, let me just squeeze this a little, and this one also, to fit them into the same frame. Now we have both the presentation together. And let me quickly show you a preview again. So what I've done is I've used the Google Slides picked up from my Google Drive, and I can run those presentation in a view only mode. Now think of a business scenario. You are a salesperson and your marketing would like to publish the latest available assets to you. They may be brochures, which can be a PDF file. They may be Google Slides, which are presentations. They may be documentation, which are policies. They can publish anything. There are various use cases. For example, the very high on demand is the corporate presentations, what your organization does, what are their service portfolio, and things like these. If this is for internal employees and someone who is recently joining, I don't have to look here and there. Oh, here is the material, here you can go through it. What I will do is I'll just give them the link to this portal and tell them that everything that you are looking forward from an organization point of view is available on this service portal. So you have all the policies published on this portal. You have all the corporate assets available on this portal. And you have feedback form if you're requesting anything which is not available from different department. You can use Google Forms, you can use Google Slides, you can use the regular information, text-based content that can be published. So there are multifold utility. Now, let's say I am from an HR department. I would like to publish all my HR policies, corporate use policies, uh, expense reimbursement policies, work from home policy, leave policies. Someone who is joining new and then giving them all these policies, it's a big pain. And as an HR, I would like to make sure that employee, whenever they are looking forward, on the information, they always get the most latest and updated information, so that I can avoid sharing and resharing of the information. In a traditional system, when you are building portals and you try to publish these portals, and you might have seen this most probably happening with SharePoints, you publish the content because there is no real-time sync. Whenever there is a change, you upload a new version, and then you have to redistribute the information that a policy has been updated and a new version has been published. What has to be done in case of a Google? Let me just quickly show you. I'll show you first creating a document and then publishing this as a policy within Google Sites. Let me see if I have some temple document that I can use. Here it is. So I've added a test document right from my Google Docs. And let me show you how quickly we can get this. So here is the text document that was added by me, but that test document doesn't have any information. Now let me show you, while I work on this in my system as an HR, and quickly update these policy on this document, and it is reflecting in real time on my Google Sites. So let me see, where is this test document? Here it is. Now I am the editor. Let's see how this information is appearing on the portal while I have edited here in the real time. Let me see if this is getting updated. I just have to refresh it once, moving it to. So as and when an employee is logging in the next time or refreshing the link or the portal, they will be able to view the latest content on this page. Hope I have edited the correct document. Let me see. Yeah, so here it is on the portal. Now in the real time, that update has happened. There are many other features that you can enhance and add to your site. For example, if you would like to change the page layout, you can do that. If you would like to add table of content, image kernel, which means you are putting multiple images, you can create buttons with a hyperlinking, you can put videos from YouTube, you can also publish your calendar, docs, form, charts, reports. There are many things that you can add. You can, if you want to change your theme, you can also change your theme even after selecting the initial templates. The good part, as you have seen, there was nowhere I was coding. There was nowhere I was saving any information, any single keyword. Every single keystroke is getting auto-saved. I was simply dragging and dropping the sections within my portal or within my sites. I can insert documentations from Google Drive, as well as I can insert documentation from local pages. Uh, Last, I just quickly show you how I can upload a local file. It can be anything, as I said. It can be mm, this one. system automatically resize the image based on if I want it to be in full page, and that's it. So again, available. So quick to deploy and very quick to build. That's just quickly I wanted to highlight and present. With this now, I just come back and happy if you have any questions to hear. If you have any question around Google site, how to build it, how to create it, before I just go to the slide again and talk about what the solution and what we have seen. So just like we have seen how we can create a collective intelligence platform using Google Sites, it is helping to make my work more meaningful because I don't have to look here and there for different content. All the documentation is structured, available at single locations, connected continuity, because I don't have to talk to different members that if you can provide me with this access, if you can provide me with the documentation, and secure, because everything was just a view, right? No one could download it. So what we are trying to bring is the enterprise content management platform. There are other components that are associated with G Suite. Today, we have just taken one single service of it called Google Site. There are components like Google Meet that help us to be more productive in our meeting experience. And there are different ways at which we can automate our work processes. There is a lot that can happen with G Suite, and Media Agility is there to help organization with advisory and consulting how to adopt G Suite. We help organization in understanding the deployment and configurations and help the organization to deploy G Suite in their environment. We also provide 24/7 support, not just to sustain the technical queries, but also help businesses to make maximum of their investment with G Suite. With this, I would like to thank everyone for the time that you have invested with us today. See you in the next session. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Ajay. Thank you, everybody, as well. Let me know if you have any of the questions, any of the team members. Join us as well. All right, so no questions from your side. Thank you all for attending today's session. Let us know if there's any topic you'd like to cover us next. Feel free to reach out to me directly. The contact information will also be attached to the recording, which I'll send across. Thank you, Ajay, for sharing your knowledge and experiences
My
with us
pleasure.
all. Thank you all for participating. We all really want you to have a great day ahead. All right. Thank you, everybody.
Thank you, Reena, for
Thanks,
giving me
Ajay.
the
Thanks,
time.
Reena. Thank you.
Thanks.
Our
Thanks,
pleasure.
Ajay.
Bye.